12 o'clock. Thanks for joining us on 13 News at Noon. I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan here with our meteorologist Sean Ash joining you on this Monday. It is a cold Monday afternoon. It was a cold morning and more of that is in store. Some issues out on the roadways too, depending if there was some icing and refreezing.
Yeah, and in the next several mornings, we'll have sub-zero wind chills. We're going to have some bouts of light snow. We say light, but I think it's still impactful just because of how cold it is. We knew this was coming, but man, you walk outside this morning and it's just a reminder of what season we're in. Winter number 2.
And what those numbers really feel like.
Yeah, that is the story here. So yeah, this is the 13 seasons of winter. We have officially made it to the second winter. We will get a little taste of this spring of deception down the road. We got to get through what's ahead here. Look back this morning. 7 below was the low officially in Indianapolis, good for the coldest since January 24th, nowhere near the record low, which was 9 below set on this date back in 1903. Visible satellite showing the fresh snowpack from the Sunday snowmaker. Most spots in that 2 to 3 inch range here, and that will keep our temperatures in check today. We're in the middle teens right now, with wind chills still hovering near and below 0. So it's going to be a little bit of a harsh day for us, despite the fact that we do have a little sunshine right now. That will gradually give way to increasing cloud cover, and we probably will get a little bit of flurry action as we go through the evening into tomorrow morning, a little bit of light snow. Winter storm watches, winter storm warnings give you a little hint of where the heaviest swath of snow with this system is going to be tracking in the coming 36 to 48 hours. The bitter cold is going to suppress the heaviest snow, not all of it, but the heaviest into southern Indiana, parts of Kentucky, Missouri, northern Arkansas. We'll let you know how much we're expecting locally and when we'll snap this cold spell coming up in the 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Sean. We'll check back. We do know the biggest impacts from this winter blast is out happening on the roads as we try to get out and about. You might remember it was last week we talked about that new city policy that requires our residential streets to be plowed when the accumulation is 4 inches or more. This last round of snow that we had didn't meet that threshold, so that's why you're seeing a lot of the residential roads that have not even seen a plow yet. We also know that even on the main roads, INDOT wasn't able to pre-treat roads with brine because of the rain we had on Saturday. Crews did get out yesterday with salt and sand.
We continue to monitor the forecast, continue to monitor conditions. There are times where we may have crews out simply patrolling, keeping an eye on things, especially on bridges and overpass, which tend to freeze first. And, if conditions dictate, we will bring in additional crews to begin treating, salting, clearing, depending on what things are looking like.
So with the weather and the holiday, little lighter traffic load today. Still 13 News went out on the streets this morning to check out the conditions. Many of them we found are plowed, but make sure you do take your time and be aware of the potential for ice if you're out and about today. And remember, as we continue to monitor the roads and more chances of snow, make sure you're armed with the Doppler 13 weather app. It's a free download and you can find it as always in your phone's app store. And now, new at noon. IMPD is investigating after finding a woman dead inside a home on the near north side. Police say they found her during a welfare check around 8:45 last night. They say she had trauma and was pronounced dead at that home that's located on North Park Avenue near East 16th and Central. At this hour, 13 News is working to learn more from Metro Police, including the woman's identity. Certainly, if you know anything about what went down there, you're urged to call this number. Crime Stoppers 317-262-TIPS. Also today, IMPD is searching for the person who fired shots after a fight broke out inside a bathroom at a Sikh temple. It happened around 12:45 Sunday afternoon near Southeastern Avenue and Acton Road. The temple's president is telling us that 2 young men were fighting in a bathroom there when that shooting happened. The president says weapons are not allowed in the temple. He also says they're now putting up signs to remind people of that policy. Metro Police tell 13 News the two people involved do know each other, and the victim now, today on this Monday, is recovering. Also right now, a teen is recovering after being shot at a party on the east side of Indianapolis. Metro Police say it happened around 2:30 Saturday morning at a home on Meadowlark Drive near 38th and Arlington. That's where they found the teen shot. Investigators soon learned that the suspect was still nearby.
There was some kind of sleepover party going on here, and two individuals got in an argument, and then unfortunately shots fired rang out.
The teen who was injured went to the hospital and is expected to be okay. The suspect in this case now is in police custody. We're working right now to learn what, if any, charges will be filed in the case. And now to an active investigation in Clinton County, where a man under arrest died in the hospital. Police arrested Michael Hanthorne after a report in Frankfort that a man was banging on doors. The jail asked for a medical clearance first, so he was taken to IU Frankfort. That's where police say Hanthorne died. Experienced a medical emergency about 2 hours before he died. This is an ongoing investigation, and as we learn more, we'll bring you updates on all our platforms, including WTHR.com. The man accused of murdering Abby Williams and Libby German, two teens, is now in a different prison here in Indiana. The online records show that Richard Allen recently moved to the Pendleton Correctional Facility. He was in the Westville Control Unit. That's where his defense team was concerned about his well-being before he went trial. It's been 8 years now since these two girls died. Coming up this Friday, Dateline Nationwide is taking an in-depth look at the case. You'll hear from many of the people closest to the events in Delphi. You can watch that Friday night at 9 o'clock right here on Channel 13. Firefighters in Monroe and Lawrence County are mourning the loss of one of their own after a deadly crash. Saturday morning, Leroy Terrell's truck went off the road. It happened near State Road 446 and Dutch Ridge Road. Investigators believe that slick conditions played a role. Pleasant Run firefighters sharing these images with us. Terrell served on several departments in Monroe and Lawrence counties. They tell us they lost a brother, mentor, friend, and a dedicated public servant. This weekend, an IMPD officer nearly killed in the line of duty was honored downtown at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Jason Fishburne was ambushed and shot back in 2008 by a murder suspect, and he survived thanks in part to a trauma kit. Saturday at PBR Indianapolis, the Professional Bull Riders event took a moment to recognize his sacrifice. They also honored his mission to distribute thousands of these trauma kits to police departments all across the state. As you can see, the crowd there giving Officer Fishburne a standing ovation. The announcer there calling him a true hero. And another special honor this weekend, this one for a trailblazing Black female journalist. Eunice Trotter received the Julia M. Carson Community Award. Crown Home Funeral Home and Cemetery presents this award every year for Black History Month. Trotter owned and published the Indianapolis Recorder from 1987 to 1991. She also was the first Black editor at the Indianapolis Star. Then, after retiring from journalism, she published a book, Black in Indiana. It's about the life of her great-great-great-grandmother who helped outlaw indentured servitude here in the state of Indiana. Trotter says that she's fighting to preserve Julia Carson's legacy as well as Indiana's rich Black history.
We are going to make it through this flying colors. We've been worked over by experts, so we know what to do already. So Julia didn't give up. I'm not giving up. You can't give up either, so don't give up.
And we can see that we had our own Jalea Brooks there at that event. Eunice is the director of Indiana Landmark's Black Heritage Preservation Program. She's working to identify and save historic African American landmarks all around the state of Indiana. Today is President's Day. That means that many schools and offices are closed, but there are some ways that you can celebrate this day if you're brave enough to go out and brave the cold temperatures. For example, one of the things is free admission at the Indiana State Museum and historic sites, all of them statewide. The museum typically closed on Tuesdays, but now is welcoming visitors today, now through 5 p.m. Also, you can go to the Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site and see how the Harrisons lived here back in 1891.